Hello everybody, welcome to the second video of Friday. I'm actually really excited about something which is really difficult to say, and also incredibly more difficult to say. That's about Cavalier Difficulty. FYI, I have given my feedback to Kebab about how I feel that this Cavalier Difficulty has been a miss and it's very extensive, but I'm not going to completely not do it. I want to do Cavalier Difficulty because I want to make some videos on it. I want to show some fun interactions that I've had, but also I've got a challenge. My personal challenge is to, within 7 days, complete Cavalier Difficulty so I can then get back to doing other content that I have for this month. But also it's fun to kind of explore stuff for content design. But I agree, it is not enjoyable, and I've extensively broken that down. I'll probably do a video over the weekend about why I don't like it and what I find is problematic about it. But I know a lot of players have enjoyed it. Well, not a lot of players. I know some players have enjoyed it. I personally, and this is the kind of the scheme of the video today, is all about 2.1. So natural talent, which is the Symbiotes and Spider-Verse champions. And I think Sinister 6, I want to say that, something like that. Natural talent. I used some Symbiote. Lil Steve has been putting in some work for me, right? And this is one of the teams that I've been using, especially to go against the boss. My champions I've been using against the boss would mean Summon Symbiote. I've used Red Goblin. I've used Dr. Doom. I've used Crossbones. Those have been some kind of like champions that I've enjoyed using. And I've got one more path left to do on that one, which I need to pick and choose. There's some really kind of like funky stuff. If you like double unblockable, then you're gonna definitely like this route here, which is be like water and obviously escalating assault. So hey, do a parry heavy and find that there's a lot of unblockable your way. Oh wait, there's another unblockable coming. Oh wait, it's cycling through unblockables. But yeah, like, it's fun with Summon Symbiote. We're going to showcase some footage now. I've got loads of footage. I've got Spiderman 2099. I've been loving Spiderman 2099, been using and stuff. I've got to do separate kind of like champion breakdown videos, especially champions that I'm personally enjoying. Spiderman 2099, oh, it's lovely. I know a few people that have him. Shout out to Fist. Fist has him. I know several other people as well and love the champion. I do as well. I think without further ado, without me kind of going on about stuff, let's kind of like get into some footage. FYI, if you don't know already, the pre-fights that you normally get with Summon Symbiote are not there. I'm also going to be posting a video tomorrow or Sunday about the Summon Symbiote, but I'm also going to, in that video, because I recorded it prior to this Cavalier Difficulty, it's going to talk about the previous Cavalier Difficulty because it took a while to make the video. So yeah, that's why I'm not mentioning it on the weekend video about why he's an absolute god for 2.1. Let's roll the footage. So to kick things off, I just want to talk about the rotation. It's taken me a while. So in this, you're going to see me get hit once. Figuring out the rotation, I kind of figured that the best rotation for this is to do parry heavy whenever you can. Now, that dexterity for some reason didn't kind of like go all the way through, and that's the single hit that you're going to see me take. But the point with this is I quickly figured out, so this was kind of like earlier into my runs, that it was best for me to stack on those evades by, when I could, parry heavying. Now, I'm not doing that right now. And one thing I would say is a criticism that I gave Kebab of this was it does change out your rotations of champions if you're doing stuff like, I want to build up to an SP2 to fire for an SP1. But I'm more commonly trying to now build SP1s to get the evade. Now, yes, granted, I should be doing parry heavy in order to gain those evade stacks. You're going to see that particular improvement of my interaction and gameplay a little bit later on in these bits of footage. But I just thought I'd showcase like how like nice it is just to kind of use the champion and kind of see some nice numbers. And I'm not completely opposed to the Cavalier Difficulty in its status. But there are stuff that I definitely don't like about it. But I had relatively alright fun. This route here is the bottom route, and it was the double unblockable thing. And it's just remembering to kind of like go through that stage of going like, as soon as you get the evade trigger off that passive stun, it's like do parry heavy and stack those evade charges. And that's the problem. And my big criticism with Kebab is like watching the top right hand corner. But still, oh man, I had so much fun. You're going to see some burst damage in a minute with kind of the cross fight. Love building up this cross fight and stuff. That's been nice. That's been very enjoyable, pleasant, and kind of like nice to see, especially with like, you know, under 30 hits to like take down an enemy. But it just does change your rotation. Loved Spiderman 2099. So Symbiote, the Summon Symbiote again. Mistakes very early on, like just figuring out this rotation is a tough thing. And again, it's all about, as we go through these kind of little clips, is learning and showing that showcase of learning. So there, like, I should be hitting off a parry heavy whenever I can. Not all the time, because I think that really kind of detracts things. As soon as that unblockable pops up, you know, I'm allowing myself to kind of like just be free flowing and kind of go into a parry heavy, build the evade stacks up to then throw in big damage like that. It's another fight here, right? Again, Gambit. My health is quite low, but it's because I'm just playing it the way I am at the moment. And again, this is the very early on kind of play here to kind of like, I need to be concentrating on building the evades. And also the problem is that unblockable, if there's a special attack being thrown, you're kind of like, okay, am I going to be hit by unblockable? There we go. And I should have done a parry heavy right there. Oh no, I should have done a heavy attack, sorry, I should be saying. Like, but you can see the damage ramp up with the crossfight, it is relatively nice. And, you know, as I said, the more you go through this, the more you kind of like, you learn to kind of get parry heavy. And it's kind of like, again, parry heavy. And this is what I'm talking about. Understanding the doing more like heavy attacks. And once that passive stun comes in, I would say as well, like if you want, yeah, no, this is probably the way to go with it. Waiting for that unblockable to pop up and kind of doing parry heavies to build your evade charges. And there, like the problem is with that is like he did a special attack, but it was unblockable, and that's something that I kind of don't like about this. And we're gonna hang out a little bit, just gonna hang back because of the extent of what is it, the unstoppable. Now, if I had something that did slow debuff, that'd be very different. But you can see, like, it's very punchy on the damage. And if you play aggressively, which I do like playing aggressively, and that's something I didn't really consider, you know, you do get some advantages. I mean, look, you got the Silver Surfer right here. And again, this is what I should be doing. Is kind of like, when I get there, parry heavy. Didn't do it there, should have done it there. It's all well and good talking in hindsight, but you can just see, like, the main point about it, like, is kind of seeing the extent of, whilst unblockable, how much it benefits to have that kind of snap from the evade if you mess up. And, you know, maybe the case that I messed up right there and really required the evade that I got. But it is a very strict, like, jolt and can be quite annoying. Again, stacking that evade and then letting the champion kind of like do that, standing kind of there. I got the benefit of that. There's some advantages because I'm quickly able to kind of get on the counter and like take down the enemy and take it down, so it's nice. And I even use a champion against the end boss Yondu, and that was fun. I must admit, like building those cross fights to the boss have been kind of like quite good, quite fun. I really have enjoyed this one a little bit. It doesn't mean to say I enjoy the extent of Cavalier. Quite on the contrary, I don't enjoy a lot of the stuff, but there are things I do enjoy, like breaking out a free champion that's a 1-star champion as an option to take on the content paths, and at least being a boss option as well. And that's really the point I wanted to do with this video, is just kind of go like, look, there are some like really cool things. I think some people, you know, talked about, I mean, I did try this champion out yesterday in it, and I did have enjoyment, but I wanted to kind of spend a bit more effort today prior to the live stream where I was gonna test him out as to like why he's actually relatively fun. So yeah, I just wanted to make a little video just to kind of showcase that in action, that you can bring the Summon Symbiote in. I'm mainly using rank 2 6-star champions. I'm not using rank 3 6-star champions. I am, as I said, I'm enjoying that. I'm also enjoying the Avengers one, the 2.2. So 2.1, 2.2 I think are good, but I am predominantly using a lot of champions in 2.2 that are not about the specificity to Cavalier Difficulty. But in any case, having fun where I can. It's not great, but you know, I've got to get on with it. Like, I want to get the 6-star shards that come from this, and I've got other content I want to make. So I'm like, I've got to complete this in a week because I've got other stuff I want to do. I've got to get back to Variant. I've got to get back to Act 7. I want to do a lot of arena grinding, especially for the gifting event preparations. So I'm on the grind at the moment, and I want 100% stuff. So that's my indication. I'll try and make some more content, like say other champions that I've been using, you know, for that Symbiote champions. Venom's good for path clearing, not so good for the boss. You've got Red Goblin, as I said, Summon Symbiote, which a lot of players should have over the last couple of months. And yeah, path clearers wise, it's tough. There's some stuff that you may actually have to kind of just go on the intercept game, and I used Warlock to intercept a lot, especially because in the fight there is that was it, Havoc, and obviously you need an armor champion, so I just used Warlock against that one. Apart from that, a lot of the time I'm just using some of the symbiotes, but you know, do exert caution. You're probably going to need something to take on Terrux. You're probably going to need something to take on some of the other champions. I think Man-Thing will be a little bit annoying. Mysterio will be a little bit annoying, but apart from that, you know, it's just a case of finding the right counters. And intercept game I actually used Dr. Doom against Dragon Man. Again, it's just kind of like you end up using a lot of champions not associated with it, but again, your intercept game is kind of the only way to play it. But yeah, that's been a little video on what was meant to be Summon Symbiote, and it's kind of tailed into other advice. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to check out some other content, which will be located on the screen right now. And I'll see you later on for the live stream and another video today. And yeah, I've got to work on my weekend videos. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.